Hey, welcome to On the Porch. Sorry for the delay. We have little technical issues. We won't tell you what they are. You have to guess on your own. So,
Yeah.
not sure what's happening, but it's good to be back. We missed last week. That was my fault again. 'Cause I got sick. Little stomach flu issue, which no one wants me to talk about, but we'll just leave it at that. But yeah, wasn't feeling the best. And first I told
Yeah.
Ken, I think we can do it. And then I called him back about an hour later and said, nah, we're going to have to be a no-go on that. So,
Yeah.
but so
Well, you feeling all right though now, right?
I feel good. I feel good now. So got all that out of my
Good.
system.
Good.
So
Good.
hadn't been sick like that since I was a kid, I think. So
Well, how about did it rival when you had COVID?
it wasn't near that bad. When I
No.
had when I had COVID, that was like
Hmm.
uh,
That was rough,
it
wasn't
was rough. It was rough. It was about
it?
like I'm just ready to give up completely on
Yeah.
this whole thing. So
Yeah.
but hi Holly
It,
and Johnny, thanks for being in the chat. So
yeah. There's Johnny.
yeah. Oh my goodness. But quick note, next week we will not be here. Ken will be out of town traveling. So
Hmm.
we're gonna call it a no show for next week, but should be here the week after that. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, man, what you been doing? You've been working a lot this week, haven't you?
I've been working a lot. I called in sick a couple days, and then they texted me, wanting to know if I wanted to come in on my day off, which was Wednesday. So I was
Hmm.
like, sure. And then I worked today too. Ran some Amazon and stuff. So
Hmm.
I'll normally when Ken calls and asks when my next day off is, it's just usually about 2 or 3 days away each time he calls. But
Yeah.
this time I'm gonna work like 7 days in a row, which is the first time in a while I've done that.
Hmm.
Before I get a day off. But yeah.
Man, is the mailman's life? Is it getting busy now
Oh yeah,
already?
yeah, yeah. It is. It's getting busier. Um, it's been busy for a long time. It seems like since Christmas 2019, it's not slowed down.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, but it's picking up quite a bit. Package volume and stuff. But
Hmm.
because we don't where we're at, Amazon doesn't deliver their own stuff,
Hmm.
and so it all comes through us, and so that just adds to it, which is nice. I'd rather have it that way. I don't want Amazon to come and take work away from me. So
Man, if
yeah.
all that, y'all'd have it made, dude. If it wasn't for all the packages and stuff,
Uh,
if all you had to do was just the mail.
yeah, yeah, it would be a lot easier, but then I don't know if there'd be enough mail to really constitute my job too much.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
hear you, man.
yeah, because when you just do mail and you're not doing packages, you can get a whole lot more done, and then so they'd cut routes and everything and things. But what Postal
Hmm.
Service needs to do is go to mail delivery 5 days a week and parcel delivery 7 days a week. And
Mm.
they need to establish parcel routes, kind of like what UPS does. I think that
Right.
would be a nice kind of take a lot of the ease off because, the way it goes, it's like, uh, especially with these new mattresses. Johnny, I don't know if you guys are still using LLVs, if you're using mattresses up there, but mattresses are these like Mercedes vans and they're right hand drive, so you can deliver mounted boxes out of them. But they're so small up front, you can't keep a lot of packages with you. So you used to be able to keep bigger packages up front, and you'd with the sliding door in the old LLV, you could just deliver the box, deliver the mail to the box, grab their parcel, hop out, and take it to the front door and get back in and go. With the mattresses, you have to deliver the mailbox, pull forward so the door can swing open, and then crawl out and then get in the back and get it and then take it to the door and then um, and then you know and when it's like every other house is getting a parcel, it just adds up, over
Yeah.
time, because
Hmm.
a lot of routes are, I think my route's 575 stops, so
Man, it's a lot, dude.
yeah, Yeah. So, yeah.
And I worked for Southwest Airlines. We had to ship mail too,
Yeah.
and I didn't like it.
No.
If all we did was people's suitcases, but we had mail and freight. That's
Yeah.
what made my job hard.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
But
yeah.
yeah, Johnny says they have a mix there. They he's still using the LOV. So I think we only have like two or so left in our station LOVs.
What is
So
the LLV? The
it
Jeeps, the mail Jeep.
it's what replaced the old Jeep. It's the kind of the little box, short wheelbase box
Mm-hmm.
looking truck that with a big roll down window on the side.
Right.
It's they came out in the late '80s or early '90s, and I think '94 was the last year most of them were made, and it may be a little later than that. And the form and function of the LOV is fine. The way everything's
Mm-hmm.
set up's fine. It's just they're wore out. They're old. They're just basically they're Chevy S10s with a different body,
Right.
and they're just wore out. And I don't know why they just don't make more of them. But yeah, Johnny's saying,
And you just never know what we're going to be talking about, what
yeah,
you're going to learn about,
yeah,
in case you want to be a
yeah.
mailman.
Johnny says they're doing lots over with electric charging stations. Yeah,
Hmm.
that's fine for sunshiny states. Electric's probably fine for sunshiny states. I just don't see how that's going to work well. Here in southeast Missouri and up north and up in New England, like Johnny, when you get snow, the cold always affects batteries. And then the other thing is when you're delivering in the snow plows always push up against the mailboxes on the side of the street. So a lot of times with the LOVs, you could
Mm-hmm.
ram in there, get the box, and then back up. Well, you're not going to be able to do that in the electric or even these mattresses. They're not enough clearance. And then plus two,
Yeah.
if you get stuck, you're always going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth till you get going. And it's just going to be hard on an electric vehicle. And the other thing is too
Yeah.
is in the LV, if you start sliding on the ice, it's you can pop it in neutral. It's just a regular shifter on the column, automatic. You just pop it in neutral.
Mm-hmm.
That almost stops you instantly on the ice. Well, on the Metris, they have on the column, but it's an electric and switch. So you like push up for reverse, and you push down for drive, and push in for to put it in park. But you got to do a half push up or down to go in neutral. So if you're sliding on ice and you're in a panic, then you got to reach over and do a half push up or down instead of just slapping that thing. Yeah, that's gonna be an issue. But
Your fingers have to remain calm.
Yeah, your fingers have to remain calm because
while your head's spinning.
Yeah. So, but that's going to be an issue too. But what I know, I just do it every day.
Mm-hmm.
It's like some of these ideas they get. It's like, have you guys ever talked to a mailman before? It's just one ask me.
That's the way it always is.
Yeah. Have you ever talked to one before? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the way it was with our job too. It's like every time we get a new person in the upper management, they have to change it and put their spin on it. And it's like, yeah, you've never worked out here on the ramp and loaded planes or pushed them around and
Yeah. Well,
you do that for a while.
Yeah, and management, I don't think they know what they want from letter carriers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's basically three kinds of time they measure us by. One's our office time when we're getting the mail ready. One's load time when we're loading the truck, and the other street time when we're delivering. Well, then they want to get office time down, but that usually makes loading or street time more. And so then they'll focus on those, and then office time will go back up. So it's like this shell game, find the ball in the shell. And it's like, guys, you can't make stuff just disappear,
Right. Yeah. It takes time to do all of it.
Yeah. So
I understand that.
Yeah. They just, I don't think they know, but, we do, we do have a new tentative agreement as a union. It's okay. I mean, it's not super great, but we'll take it. To me, I don't, I'll take it. It's only going to be for a couple of years anyway because it took them so long to get there. But
Yeah.
I'll take it, and hopefully we can get better next time around.
Is it anything where you get back pay or anything like that?
Yeah, we'll get back pay. Be like 20
Nice.
months worth of back pay.
Sweet.
Yeah, and it's going to be per your time worked. It's not going to be a lump sum, so they'll have to go back and figure out every single second everybody worked, and figure it up. So,
Well, good. Maybe you can lend me some money to buy a new computer, so maybe I'm a little more in focus.
Yeah.
I don't know what the deal is here, man. It's very frustrating.
I don't know either. If anybody in the tech world knows, I'm using Ecamm and everything's clear on Ken's end, but it's coming through blurry here, and I don't know if it's internet along the ways or what it is. But
And I'm hardwired. I'm not
yeah, he's
Wi-Fi.
hardwired in the internet, so I don't know what's getting to it. We had this problem a little bit before with your other camera, so
Yeah, when I was using the phone and using
yeah.
what was that?
Camo.
Yeah, camo.
Uh-huh.
Blamed it on camo before.
Yeah. I don't know what to blame it on now. Maybe it's Ecamm. Who knows? Yeah.
It could be. I know Arnie and Doug, they've been having sound issues, and it's coming from Ecamm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like a echo.
Yeah.
I know they've talked to him trying to get it resolved, and still haven't. I don't think.
Yeah. I like Ecamm a lot, but I ain't afraid to change if it ain't gonna work right. You know? So there's
What else is
too
out
many.
there you can use?
There's StreamYard, which is
Mm-hmm.
Holly says you look clearer on her phone than on the TV. So, you're
It
clearing
may
up
just
now.
be because it's a smaller picture, maybe.
Yeah,
I don't know.
probably so.
But my, I have a face cam, Elgato face cam, and I'm looking on my computer through Elgato. It's just clear as a bell. Probably the clearest it's been, but I don't know. Frustrating, but we'll get figured out.
Yeah. There's StreamYard out there we can use and restream, and if we want to go crazy, we can get OBS.
Yeah, it's clearing up a little bit now, but it's still got delay.
There'll be that latency that's built in. You can't get by that because the internet. So it takes time for the
man. I tell you, I got an apology I got to make to you.
Uh-oh.
Yep. Because you've been telling me Brett Eldredge, how good he is.
Yeah.
For, I don't know, a year or two. You keep talking about Brett Eldredge. And I'm like, no, he's country, dude. I don't want my Christmas country. And I don't know, man. Sometimes you just need to pick up a big hammer and hit me over the head and make me pay attention. Because I listen to it on like Spotify. And I'm like, oh my gosh, man. We have a modern day Frank Sinatra.
Oh yeah.
And I am so glad to hear that. I know we got Michael Bublé. But Brett Eldredge, man, has got the big band in there, and his voice is so clear, and it cracks just a little bit at the right times, not much, because I'm over the Chris Stapleton,
the
cracking the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm over all that, man. Even though he's still great, but Brett Eldredge is just he's really good, man. And, I got to show you something here.
Okay.
I don't know if you can see it or not.
You bought Glow. Yeah.
The deluxe.
The deluxe edition. Yep.
Yeah. The deluxe edition. It has and I got a vinyl collection, and I never buy new ones because I get so many. I always try to get the ones that's in not excellent condition, but very good or good condition, because no more than I listen to them, it's more fun to be able to afford a lot of different albums.
Yeah.
If I get a little lesser condition, and So I hardly ever buy new ones and pay full price. But I did this in the deluxe edition. It has the original 11 off
Uh-huh.
the Glow album
Yep.
that came out in 2016. This one came out in 2018, and it's got 7 more songs on it.
Mm-hmm.
It's got one, the first Noel's a cappella. It's just
Yeah.
awesome, man.
Yeah.
Just really good, really good.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's my new favorite new Christmas guy, and I apologize that I never, because I don't know, man. Just whenever you kept saying country,
Uh-huh.
and I knew who I've heard of him,
Uh-huh.
obviously before, but I couldn't tell you one country song he sings.
Yeah.
So I just put it on the back burner and never paid any attention. And but apologize, man. I'm sorry, dude, for
That's
not
okay.
listening
No problem.
for Brother Christmas.
Yeah. No, Dwayne Bailey from Tinsel Tunes one told me about him. And I was kind of the same way. I'm like, country, Christmas guy. And then I forgot why, but I decided to take a listen and I was like, oh, that's not what I was expecting. Now, I haven't heard any of his like non-Christmas music, so I couldn't tell you, exactly what that is. Which I probably need to do because
I'm sorry. I
that's
went
all
to I hit my cough button, but I muted you.
right. That's all
What
right.
you hadn't heard what?
I said I hadn't heard any of his like non-Christmas music, which I should go out and seek because I've heard from not me personally heard, but I've heard different artists talk about it, and it seems like he's kind of like one of those guys that other artists recommend to other artists to listen to. Not that he's like doing all this crazy music stuff, but it's just solid stuff. And
Yeah.
and did you get a chance to listen to Sweet December yet? Which is off his new album.
No.
Okay.
No.
All right.
His new one, what's the name of it? Mr. Christmas? Is that the new one?
No, Mr. Christmas is his second one from 2021 or 22. And his newest one is Merry Christmas, Welcome to the Family.
It's a new album?
His new album.
Dude, he's kicking booty on Christmas albums, isn't he? I mean, that makes 4.
Yeah.
Jeez.
This is his new one. Merry Christmas, Welcome to Family.
Okay.
And
well, I saw that, but I that old Santa Claus on a motorcycle, and I didn't know what that was about.
And I think this is his own record label. I think he's independent. It says copyright Warm and Cozy Records.
Okay.
But it doesn't have, and it's 8 songs, but they're all original Christmas songs.
Oh, that's awesome.
And they're all great. But he has one which he sings that features Kelly Clarkson called Sweet December. And I have deemed it an instant Christmas classic.
Okay.
And I really love it. In fact, on one of Kelly Clarkson's Christmas albums, she has a song Underneath the Mistletoe. And it features him in it, and they do a duet. And there's a run in there. And Kelly is one of the best singers on planet Earth. And and she's I listen for it every time and hear it. There's a part in the middle of the song where she does a run with her voice, and then he does it and matches it perfectly. And it blows me away because it's like, he's a great singer, but he's got chops too,
Oh, buddy, he does. Whenever you hear him sing a cappella, that song is really good. Yeah. When you sing a cappella, there's nowhere to hide.
Yeah.
You can either sing or you can't, So.
Yeah. So, yeah.
But yeah, that's just it's refreshing, man, hearing the big band and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and he's got his record label. I mean, just his Christmas stuff. If he did nothing but Christmas stuff, I think he could make it on that. Actually.
Yeah, I think so. It's so good.
And just drop the country, he's the new Frank Sinatra.
Yeah. I need to listen to some. I think I'll do that when I get off here. I'm gonna put on some of his. I think he's got an album called Sunday Drive or something like that people really like. I might have to check that out.
Okay.
So
I mean, it may be good country music. I
it
don't
may
know. I
be.
just don't. I don't listen to a lot of the new stuff.
Yeah. It's definitely not going to be bro country. I kind of got a feeling it's probably not bro
Yeah.
country,
Yeah.
So who
Hmm.
knows? But, he had like 5 songs hit like top five or 5 songs hit number one on the country airplay, Billboard's top country airplay, which is
Hmm.
like just how many times your song's played on the radio. It's not sales or anything. And
Right.
that's pretty good, you know, and to be on
Well,
there.
man, I bought another one too.
Uh
Another
oh.
new one.
What's
I
that?
just bit the bullet. Well, I just bit the bullet because I already had Vince Giraldi. Charlie Brown Christmas.
Uh huh.
So, and I've always wanted this, and I just never have.
Yep.
So,
Oh.
can you see what it is?
Oh yeah. It's
It's
the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown.
Yes, Vince Giraldi, but it's the Great Pumpkin, and it's I don't know, how many times I'll listen to it. I will at least listen to it once all the way through. Everything that I get, I make sure I listen to it at least once all the way through.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Definitely have to. Yeah, Johnny
But
Mess.
but on
Go ahead, man.
but on the Porch, I mean, North Pole Dispatch News Dispatch, I'm probably going to do an album review on that Glow
Oh yeah.
just because I like it.
Yeah. It's a good one. Johnny messaged me this the other day. He says, "Okay, I'll say it. Jimmy Fallon's Christmas album is straight terrible."
Is it?
And here's the thing: I saw like a YouTube reel, or not YouTube, maybe it's Instagram. Anyway, it doesn't matter. And he's like, "If you order now, you get a signed copy." And he was like signing all his little headshots to put in the records. And they had
Yeah.
a song from the album playing in the background. And I'm thinking, they probably picked the best song to play in the background. And if that's the best song, this whole album's going to be garbage because that song was terrible.
Was it?
And I told
Are
that
they
to
all?
Johnny, and he's like, "Yeah, you're right. It's terrible." So,
Are they originals or what? What is it?
I don't even know. I don't even know. It's supposed to be a comedy album. I guess that might make it
Okay.
better, but the songs are
Yeah.
terrible. They're terrible. I mean, Weird Al is a comedy album, but at least the songs are good. The
Yeah.
music's good. The lyrics are excellent. Yeah, So,
But man, Jimmy Fallon, he is so talented. You ever
yeah.
heard him do Neil Young?
Oh yeah. See
The
that's what he
I mean,
should have done. He should have done a comedy Christmas album where he just sung all his impressions, like Neil Young and Michael McDonald and
mhm.
Mick Jagger and whoever else he does. you
Yeah,
know. Now that
he
would
is
have been
so
funny.
talented, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, have you ever seen it on YouTube where it's actually Neil Young and then Jimmy Fallon? They're
Yeah.
both on there at the same time.
Uh
That's pretty good. I
yeah.
like that.
I seen one where it was Michael McDonald and Jimmy Fallon and Justin Timberlake, and they were all acting like Michael McDonald and singing "Row Your Boat" in a round.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, it
He says it's
what did
all
he say?
originals, and he brought some heavy hitters. Yeah, he probably had some big time guest
Yeah.
spots on there.
Yeah, he probably didn't take much effort from him to get some heavy hitters.
No, 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 not with that NBC arm behind him with
Yeah.
the voice and stuff. So
Yeah. But he is good.
yeah, I've always enjoyed him. So
Buddy, I'm just kind of jumping around. That's the way my mind works. But
oh yeah,
you know where Crossville is from here?
yep,
It's like 40 minutes away, something like that. Maybe 45. But they have one of those old theaters like most small towns have. It's called the Palace Theater, where they've refurbished it, and they're sometime they'll do music shows in there. But starting November 11th, I think
mm-hmm.
they're going to be showing Christmas movies
Oh wow,
in there all the way till Christmas.
that's
I mean,
cool.
I know, dude. I can't wait to go to see it because they got a one. I wanted let's see, the first one's November 12th, which is Home Alone,
Uh huh.
but they got all the classics they're going to be showing: The Christmas Story,
Mm-hmm.
Polar Express, Elf, Holiday Inn. That's one I want to go see. Is Holiday Inn
Yeah.
on the big screen, because
Mm-hmm.
that was the first time they released White Christmas
Yeah.
was on that movie
Yeah.
Holiday Inn. So, but I want to go see that.
Oh yeah.
And
You'll love it.
but yeah, they got all the It's a Wonderful Life.
Mm-hmm. Gotta get to
White
that one.
Christmas is on there. Muppet Christmas Carol, Polar Express. So they got all of them.
Yeah.
I'll probably end up going and seeing a couple of them
Yeah.
actually.
Should go see It's a Wonderful Life. I
Oh,
enjoyed.
I would.
Yeah. We
So you
went.
saw that one, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Holly rented a theater for us.
Oh,
For us for
that's
my
right.
Christmas gift, and back in the pandemic, and that's the first time I seen it
Hmm.
on the big screen, of course, and it
Yeah,
just was so cool, to have it in that
yeah.
atmosphere and to see it like that. But
So is it worth it to go see?
yes,
It's a Wonderful Life on the big screen.
yeah, it definitely is.
Well, it's December 20th. I'll
Yeah,
have to put that in my calendar and go see it.
yeah, yeah, definitely. So, but yeah, Brett Eldredge, going back to him, he's going to be in concert on can't remember, December. It's on a Wednesday. It's the Wednesday after Cookie Day. I remember that. Cookie Day's on the 10th, I think. 13th.
13th.
13th. So like the 18th or something.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
My phone.
Uh-oh. Sound like a chime from Dickens' Christmas Carol.
Oh, that was my phone, man. I gotta
Oh,
get it.
alrighty. And I'd like to go see him if possible. The tickets aren't out yet, but he's going to be up in St. Louis at the Fox Theater, and yeah, I'd like to go see him.
Yeah, dude. That would. I couldn't imagine seeing him in concert. That'd be great.
Yeah, yeah, he's got a
You could
pretty
do
good
that.
little run of concerts this holiday season. I know he's going to be in. I think his last stop's in Nashville, of course. That probably puts him right close to home, and things. But yeah,
Man, I'm just having all kinds of problems.
got all out of sorts, huh?
Yeah. Whenever I
But
drop my phone, I went down to get it and I pulled my earplugs out.
yeah.
We're good now.
Uh,
So I'm sorry, man, that I
oh, that's all right. I
lost
just,
everything there for a minute. So you'd like to go see him?
I'd like to. I like to if it works out. I'll be off, so
Yeah.
So and
Man, so I saw something on YouTube where you had to pay for it, but it was him Christmas show in Las Vegas. Have you seen that?
I hadn't seen that. I need to check that out. Like
Yeah.
you buy the concert and watch it at your house.
Yeah, but I don't think I want to do that.
We did
But
that with Switchfoot. They were going to be live at the Ryman there in
mhm.
Nashville, and it was Christmas time, and they had a Christmas album come out, and I thought it was going to be a Christmas concert, and ended up just being a regular concert, but it wasn't bad. It wasn't
Mm.
it wasn't very expensive, to
Yeah.
get, but it was entertaining to watch.
Let me see how much this is. I think this was kind of pricey. I don't
Uh,
know. Let me look. See if I can find it real quick.
I want to say it was like
Uh,
$30 or something.
well, yeah, it might be about like that.
Yeah.
Uh, let's
Yeah. But
see.
you
Where did I
figure
see
for a
that?
pay-per-view.
Mm-hmm. But you can see the CMA country on here when he did that.
Yeah.
Oh, he's going to be in Nashville too, the Bridgestone Arena.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's his last stop, maybe.
Oh, is it?
I think so. If
Hmm.
I remember right. It's been a day or so. I've slept since then.
Well, I don't know where it is now. I'm not going to spend more time looking for it, but I think it was like $30 or $40, something like that.
Yeah.
Which, if you had several people over, it'd be fun to watch it.
Oh,
Everybody
yeah.
watch it together.
Yeah,
It'd
it
be
would
totally
be.
worth
It definitely would be, I think.
it. Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
But man, we drug out all our Christmas stuff, and we hadn't put it up yet, but we're going to do that tomorrow.
Oh, that'd be fun. That'd be fun. We
Yep.
got a little bit more to do. I haven't been very helpful on it. Been more helpful this year than I was last year, but I drug home a bunch more Christmas stuff yesterday. So,
Did you? What'd you
yeah.
do? Where'd you get it, man?
Well, I was out on the mail route. It was hilarious because there's one lady, Miss Susie. She usually comes out and talks with me, and she was like, it was just talking, and I was like, I wish there was a good yard sale around here, and she's like, well, that's about season's about over. I'm like, yeah, but the weather's so nice. She's like, well, what are you looking for? I'm like, I'm not looking for anything. I just want to pilfer, I just and literally like less than 5 minutes later, I go over to the next street, and there's a friend of mine that lives on my route. He's moving out, and he has his truck loaded with tubs, and some the tubs say Christmas and stuff like that on them. And I'm like, I said, well, if you need any room for that Christmas stuff, just kidding around with him. I said, I can give it a good home. And he's like, well, that's all the stuff we're keeping. And then he points at this big pile in his garage. He says, that's all the Christmas stuff we're getting rid of. He goes, if you want to pick through that, and you can have it. I'm like, are you sure? And he's like, yeah. So I'm like, put my mail truck in park, and went in there and cruised through it real fast and got a full tub of stuff. And then on my way back down the street, he was leaving. I stopped him. In fact, I was telling you about it, and I stopped him, and I said, Danny, I said, let me haul that stuff off for you to the dump. And I said, that way I can pick through it a lot better. It ended up being like 24 tubs.
Oh, it was that many?
Yeah.
Oh,
I had
goodness.
my F-150. I put the seats up in the back seat, and I had them stacked there. I had them stacked in the passenger seat. I couldn't see out that side of the window. And then I had 2 full layers in the bed of my truck, and then just one single tub on the very, very top of those. And I had to consolidate them down a little bit to get them in enough tubs to put in there. And I backed up, and Holly's like, what have you done?
We just got everything squared away.
Yeah. Which kind of made me happy, because from my quick pilfer, I pulled out like 90% of the good stuff. There was a few things I did miss, and I'm glad I did go back, because there are things I really wanted and stuff. But I got things like, like I have the little Muppet babies from McDonald's, the Kermit, Miss Piggy, and Fozzie for Christmas, except my Kermit was missing a hat.
Yeah.
So when I pilfered through, I found Kermit with a hat, but I didn't see any others. Well, when I brought them home and went through them better, found Miss Piggy and Fozzie too. So now I got 2 sets of those. Okay. I gave my other set to Taylor for her collection, since he don't have a hat. And then found a Snoopy sitting on his doghouse, decorated for Christmas cookie jar. There was a Snoopy Flying Ace ceramic like music box that plays like Santa Claus is coming to town. Several Peanuts ornaments, several Hallmark ornaments. Found 3 old boxes of Shiny Brights. And,
yeah, that's amazing right there.
Yeah,
have you had a chance to look at them yet to see if they're all Shiny Brights or not?
I think they're all Shiny Brights. I haven't looked close, but just me and Holly kind of looking at them a little longer, I think they're all Shiny Brights. And
well, if you can look at the cap, the cap or whatever you call it, should say made in USA.
Okay. Yeah.
Right there on top.
And then when I saw those Shiny Brights, I'm like, you sure you don't want any money for these? And he's like, no, they're just old ornaments. I'm like, okay.
You're right. They're very old.
Yeah. And found some like old C7 Christmas lights, and found some old Peanuts wrapping paper, which is Holly likes because she uses that kind of stuff for her crafts and things. Trying to think of what else. Found what's that? Ray Dunn. Ray Dunn makes those coffee mugs that are real popular. They're all kind of out of shape, and they got the real skinny writing on them. And found like this little log cabin thing of that, and it says Lodge Life, which is something we'll probably try to probably try to flip that because it's worth a
Yeah.
little bit. And found some found Elf and Christmas Vacation on DVD. Found some Christmas CDs. Found Snoopy's Christmas on cassette tape, and Amy Grant on cassette tape. So
Do you have a cassette player?
no, but I kept them.
Man, cassettes, dude, are see CDs are good, but cassettes. I guess cassettes was better than 8-track, but I don't know. That's just a bad.
It's a bad format.
Whatever you go.
Yeah.
Format. There you go.
Yeah.
Because the tapes stretch and get hot and get tangled
Yeah.
and break.
I mainly kept it for the artwork and that kind of stuff, more just to have it than anything. Because like the Amy Grant one, I got on vinyl, you know, and I kept the CDs. I had like this Christmas Rat Pack CD box set thing.
Really?
And I kind of kept the CDs just so I can. I'm wanting to get into hosting my own server and having them out and actually owning my movies and music and stuff instead of just buying digitally all the time. And so I kind of bought the CDs to rip the songs off, you know, onto my computer and store them. That way I always have them, kind of thing. And then I also have the CD. So, and I do have a regular CD player. It's part of my record player. So, and things. So, it's
and I bet Brett Eldredge will sound good on your new record player.
Yeah,
your new old record player.
Yeah, I know, on that old Zenith. I can't wait, man.
I bet that'll sound great.
Yeah. I can't wait to put it on there. I need to do that.
I know. Isn't it funny how we like stuff like that? That's just funny.
Yeah, it's just crazy. It's just crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So I need to get that old radio I found at the 127. I need to get it all set up with the Bluetooth. I got all the parts for it. I just need to.
Yeah.
You know, in all my free time I need to take a few minutes and get that done. Done.
Man, I can't believe y'all got those. I'm going to tell a story about it. At the 127, whenever Todd and his family came up here to the 127 yard sale, they found some old radios. And you gave what, like $5 a piece or something? Or
$10 a piece for them.
And I don't know, what do you think? They're from the 50s maybe? Or
mine is from 51. It's a Zenith from 51. And Alex's, I can't remember the brand name of his. Maybe RCA. And his is like 56. So, yeah.
But yeah, before they sat down there and started taking it apart and doing something to Alex's, and in about 30 minutes they had it working. I'm like, man, he bought that thing for $10.
Yeah.
And you got it working. That's amazing.
Yeah.
But yours had a little more issues, I think, didn't it?
Yeah, mine had some issues in it somewhere. And my plan is I can take all the original guts out of it and keep them intact and keep them stored in case anybody past me wants to restore it, you know, as it was.
Yeah.
And so it won't, you know, sacrifice that. And I bought a little Bluetooth transmitter to put in there that has a little knob that'll go through the power and volume switch, and hook to the speaker that's in there. And that way I basically turn it into a Bluetooth speaker, you know, with the old the 1951 speaker, you know, speakers in there, and I can stream. And then I'm going to solder a amber LED light in there, so that way when it turns on, it'll backlight the radio dial.
That'd be nice.
Yeah. In fact, I'm thinking about doing that with a percolator that I have, of putting an amber LED light up in the top little glass part and running it like on a 9-volt battery. So that way it looks like it's on, even though it's just sitting on the counter.
Yeah, man. Hanging out with Todd, it makes you feel less than sometimes, because he's supposed to know about the technology. He's a younger dude and knows everything about all the technology. You got those old radios? That's supposed to be mine. that was more my era, man, right there. You know, not really my era, but I should have known something about those. But I don't know anything about an old tube radio.
Well, that's the thing. You know, a lot of people grow up with a dad that's in the cars or in the wood shop and stuff like that. My dad was
Yeah.
a broadcast engineer, so he knew
Mm,
about radios and electronics, and
yeah.
I remember taking VCRs apart with him and stuff. So that's kind of it's like I can't change your alternator, but I can get your stuck tape out of your VCR. you know.
I
So,
I bet you could change an alternator.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out what I know about. I don't think I know about much. One reason we don't have a topic on here, 'cause I don't Todd had to be talking to himself the whole time. I don't know enough to talk about one thing. I
Oh
had to talk about many different things to
yeah.
have enough to talk about for a show.
Well, if we had an episode last week, I was going to talk to you about uh, time travel and the equations that Albert Einstein set up that made time travel possible. And
Mm,
listen to I listened to some physics professor talk about that, and it's interesting. It's like,
okay.
yeah, he's like,
See, that's the difference. See, that's what you're listening to, man. I did research. I talk about these geese up here, man. They ate all my grass.
yeah,
All right. Well, I got to checking into them, and they're Canadian geese, but they're called giant Canadian geese,
hmm
and they're bigger. Most of the Canadian geese are much smaller. These giant ones are huge, man, and they were thought to be extinct for a while, and then they found there was this couple in Hendersonville, Tennessee.
hmm
They still had some out on their farm,
oh wow,
and so the TWRA, which is Tennessee Wildlife Resource
hmm
Agency, they approached them and said, these things are extinct. They had no idea. They just
hmm
had them, and they were almost extinct. So they started breeding them and bringing them back, and now they're everywhere,
oh
and
wow,
they're in Central Tennessee mainly. And because I was one of these geese, some come here and stay all winter, and I was just thinking it was the ones geese migrating from up north and
hmm
just coming and stopping over here instead of continuing to go on down south further.
hmm
But it's not. It's the ones that grew up here because they stay where they're born and raised in the area.
oh wow, that's
So
cool.
so I'm gonna be dealing with these giant geese, man,
You're
on my
like,
grass.
it's like should have just let them go.
Yeah. But you know what I found out? I'm gonna try this year. Grape Kool-Aid.
really?
The yeah the powder.
Uh huh.
Geese hate that, man.
Really?
There's some kind of chemical in it that it's a big deterrent for
Huh.
geese. So I'm gonna go buy me a case of that and sprinkle it all out. My grass will turn purple. I get the purple grass.
yeah, yeah, that's
But
funny.
anyways, so that's the difference in our research strategies there. I guess you're a little more technical than I am.
Just I got a lot of free time, so I kind of run out of things to listen to. Uh,
Hmm.
you know, but I did find out that time travel to the future will be much easier than time travel to the past. So
Really?
yeah, I don't remember why, but
I don't know that I want to try time travel to the future
yeah, yeah. I kind
because
of
there's
like the
no telling what
future
it's
not
gonna be
being.
like.
I kind of like the future. Not, well, I about said I would like the future to be unknown. Um, but if I could travel back to the past and tell myself a bunch of things that would make me wealthy,
Oh
I would
yeah,
that. But that wouldn't be an unknown future, would it? So
yeah.
I
You
guess
could
I'm kind of
go back and invest everything you got into Google or
yeah,
YouTube.
yeah, yeah.
Either one.
Google and Apple and Amazon
Hmm.
and all that stuff. So, but I don't know.
I'd like to try time travel back to 1956 and see Elvis whenever he was
Oh yeah,
very first getting started.
yeah,
I would do that.
yeah. That would be a good one. That'd be a good one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
when he was young Elvis,
yeah,
not to Vegas Elvis.
yeah. Not Puffy Elvis.
No, no. See, he was. There's a lot of people think he just overate, dude, he was sick, man.
Yeah.
He was bad sick. He just kept pushing. And technology wasn't as good back then as it is now, for the doctors and everything. And
Yeah.
he didn't have one doctor that traveled with him. So he would go to the doctor here and one on the West Coast and, one up north and one down south. And, they all just kept giving him different medicines.
Mm-hmm.
And he was so messed up at the end, stoned. And,
Yeah.
it was just all that medicine he was on, man.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, he took some pills too, but they were prescribed. So he was so messed up he didn't know.
Yeah.
He didn't know any better at the time. But anyways.
The only guy that could walk up to the White House unannounced and get to see the
Yeah.
president.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. He helped so many people, man. So
Yeah.
many people. Entertainers don't do that nowadays. I mean, they do, but not every day like Elvis did.
Yeah.
So, but man, what's wild? He died of 42, I think. His mom was 42. His mom's brother was 42 or 43. But they all had the same genes and the same health problems. Isn't that crazy?
Wow. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. That stuff just runs tight sometimes in people's families, and it's hard to get away
All
from.
right. So let's change the subject, man, because I'll start talking about Elvis and I'll tell you all this stuff. I'll start talking to say, I know about that, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, tell us what you know about Elvis Costello.
Elvis Costello. My neighbor across the street, Mike, when I lived in Nashville, he worked for Gibson. He was so cool, man. He actually did all the prototypes. In his backyard. He had a garage back there with a heated floor and everything, dude. And he designed guitars.
Oh, wow.
For Gibson. When they came out with the new model, he was the one that designed it. And he built one for Elvis Costello and took it to him.
Oh, wow.
So that's all. And I actually got to hold it. It had his name on it.
Yeah.
It had his name on it. I got to hold it. And but yeah, I got to hold man, a lot of guitars. Because that's what he would do. He would build them and take them to these musicians and let them try it out. And if they liked it, then they would put it in production.
Oh, wow.
And I held Scotty Moore's. He was good friends with Scotty Moore, which was Elvis's original guitar player when he was young. And I got to hold one of his guitars.
Oh, nice.
My son actually got to play it. Pretty cool.
Yeah, that is cool. That's the only two Elvises I know. Unless there's one I'm missing.
I knew a guy that had a dog named Elvis.
Yeah.
It's a funny name for a dog, isn't it?
Yeah. There was when I was in school, there was this old basset hound, like real old. Like his old face was white. He just wandered up as a stray, and our art teacher took him in, and we named him Elvis.
No,
yeah.
Man.
People don't name their kids Elvis anymore. They should. They bring that name back.
Dude, that's some big shoes to fill right there. Isn't it? I mean, that's like
I mean, that would be the thing. It'd be like naming your daughter Cher or something like that. Be like nobody could think anything else.
No, can you sing? No, I can't sing.
Yeah. An old name that should make a comeback. And it was my grandpa's first name, Orville. I think that name is ready for a comeback. So,
yeah,
that's a good strong name.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
man. I had a great three greats grandfathers.
Mm-hmm.
His name was Hiram, Hiram, and his middle name was Beloved. Hiram Beloved Rogers.
Oh, wow.
What a name is that? I mean, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Hiram Beloved Rogers.
Yeah. My grandpa was a Orville Finney Burns.
Orville.
Yeah, Orville Finney. I don't know where Finney came from for a middle name, but
man, that's almost approaching the Elvis and stature. I mean, like, if your name's Orwell, everybody's always going to be asking you about popcorn.
Yeah. That
You know?
might be sliding a little bit though, since they're not on TV as much.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. But
Mm.
on my dad's side of the family, somebody way back when was a big Benjamin Franklin fan because they're doing a little ancestry. There's a bunch of Benjamins, a bunch of Franklins, and a bunch of Benjamin Franklin Killians. It's
Really?
like, yeah. In fact, my dad's middle name's Franklin. It's like somebody must have been a Monster fan and just the names just kept carrying through.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Man, what kind of name is Killian?
it's Irish.
Irish?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because my name was supposed to be Gilliland,
Uh-huh.
Gilliland, which is Scottish.
Ah.
Kind of sound like they come from the same place.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's an Irish name
Mm-hmm.
and then my mom's side of the family is Burns.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and they were Skyrish. They were Skyrish.
Scottish.
Actually, they were Skyrish because they were
Mm-hmm.
originally Scottish, but it was
Mm-hmm.
O'Burns, O apostrophe Byrnes.
Okay,
And,
Auburn.
and yeah, O'Burns. Ireland, because of for whatever reason, they dropped the O so they would appear more Irish.
Hmm.
And and then I guess when they came to the States, the spelling got changed to, Burns, instead of the Y and the ES. So
Yeah.
Holly has a relative whose name is Scallyrud.
Scattered.
Yeah, but she's her she's not too distant from some Norwegian immigrants. In fact, she's still got fairly close relatives living in Norway. They
Oh,
all
really?
all have some fancy names,
Yeah.
and like her mom's maiden name's Shotvet. It's like I don't even I forget how many letters you get to before you get to the first vowel. So
Well, we got some fancy names on my uncles.
oh yeah.
Yeah. Frog, Monk, and Buddy.
Oh, really? Those are good
Yeah.
redneck names.
Yeah, Frog.
Yeah.
His name is Larry, but I don't know how I don't know how he got the nickname Frog. Somebody
Yeah.
I'm sure knows, but I don't.
Yeah. It's like one of those things, you're from the South if you know a guy nicknamed Stash. You know?
Yeah.
Oh.
Or you might be a redneck if you've ever burned rubber in a funeral procession. You ever heard that? Oh, Lord.
I've been in one of those.
Oh, man.
Oh, it's hilarious. Oh, man, guys, thanks for joining Ken and myself on the porch. We really appreciate it. And you guys sitting here listening to this chat. We didn't have any pictures or nothing, and we just figured we just get on here and just talk it up and go. And really appreciate you guys sitting a spell. But remember, you can send us an email at joinusontheporch@gmail.com. Facebook, Instagram, On the Porch Pod. You can send us a direct message there. We'd love to hear from you. If you have any life advice, ask us the question. We'll give you some kind of answer. And but thanks so much for being here. We truly, truly appreciate it. And Ken, take us home.
Man, my picture cleared up. What's going on?
I
Man?
know. I know. Maybe we need to start again.
Oh, well. Yeah, well, I want to thank everybody for listening to On the Porch with Todd and Ken. And we're gone.